We're going to do something pretty exciting here. We're going to show you an end-to-end solution for people who don't have plans. And this is through RENDR, our integration with RENDR using the LiDAR technology. So I'm going to show you a quick video, and then we're going to get through the whole process of making a measurement using our LiDAR technology, the integration with RENDR. And then we've got a builder here who's going to start talking about how he's found that experience. And then we're going to do a live order through Home Depot. So you guys can see live how the whole process works. So I'm going to just show this video in one sec, and then we're going to get into it. That's pretty impressive, and we've got AJ here, who's the co-founder and a general contractor as well. So he's built it from real life experience. And we've got Brian here, and let's talk a little bit about yourself to start off with, AJ.
Sure, yeah, lifetime contractor. I grew up in the trades. I started my remodeling business about 15 years ago. I've grown it up to about $10 million in revenue, have it passed off to a general manager, and I started RENDR to answer a lot of the same issues that you guys probably experience. Is just bottlenecks in consultations, a lot of manual entry, a lot of duplicate manual entry with creating estimates and starting your design work. And so we kind of answered a lot of those problems with our own software, and here we are working with you guys on making it even better.
Yeah, we're super excited about that. And Brian, do you want to just give a bit of an introduction of yourself? Yeah,
sure. I'm Brian Yambor, the owner of Precision Homes, a very small residential remodeling based company. I kind of grew up in the trades too, just like AJ did, and noticed there was a very big void for skilled trades as a lot of people were retiring and getting out of it. So I decided to quit a lifelong career in the automotive industry and build my company within the last 2 years. And integration with Buildxact and RENDR has really helped me get to a very good level very quickly. So thanks for having me here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Great to have you here. So AJ, just talk about what are your sort of typical customers? Because, you know, Brian here, he also uses plans as well. So it's not for people who just don't have plans, but what are the type of customers that you've got?
I mean, anybody who's measuring an existing space, right? You got your kitchen remodelers, bathroom, basements. I mean, that's typically what we do. The idea is that we want to be able to capture an interior space that's already constructed. Think about if you're in a consultation and you need to actually go out to the site, you need to take the measurements. Usually what we're doing is we're taking out a piece of graph paper, we're sketching the space, floor plan, and then I would take my laser and I would shoot measurements from the corner to the casing, and I would take it across the casing, then measure from casing to the door. All of that stuff takes a lot of time, that hour-long consultation. And then what we were finding was that when we were coming back to the office, we would actually have to recreate that same exact layout inside of my CAD software. And then when I wanted to estimate the project, I was having to calculate all of the square footage. My painters give me paintable, like their production paint prices, $1.80 a square foot. And then I have to calculate that. All right, well, we got ceilings, we got walls. These walls are vaulted. I've had to actually manually do all of that. And I think what we found is that a lot of our customers, they're exactly like me, how I run my remodeling business, and they just hate the manual entry of all of those steps.
Yeah, gotcha. And Brian, what are you loving about RENDR? I mean, I know you've just started the integration, but why are you using it? Yeah, take that one.
Yeah, so we use the integration. We've used it quite a few times now already, and I don't know how many laser measures I've lost and how many takeoff measurements I've lost, or when I leave somebody's house, I forgot to measure the window casing or linear foots of trim. And as soon as you get in there, you get the app out and you just start scanning the room, and it integrates directly with Buildxact to where you can actually go in there and do takeoffs right off the measurement that you got from RENDR. As well, you can also invite to capture them, which I know you probably want to talk about it, but from my point of view, you can remotely ask them to measure their space. And a lot of clients like that, they're involved in the process. So they get a link from RENDR that says, hey, invite to capture your space. And if they have an iPhone or device with 3 cameras with LiDAR on it, you can go in there and ask them. They'll scan the room. It gets uploaded to the portal, and then you can go in there live within minutes and see their exact space, all the takeoff measurements you need, cabinet spaces, lines, trims, paints, paintable square footage, pretty much anything you needed to know within minutes. And you didn't take an hour and a half to drive there either. So on top of that, with the integration with the Buildxact, it's quite the time saver. Instead of driving around aimlessly for hours and then realize you left the measurements in the floor of your truck and you stepped on it because it was snowing.
I'm all about the time savings. It's awesome to hear that.
So how many people are actually doing that, right? Like, so I know that was a bit of your vision of, getting homeowners to do the scanning first, but what are you seeing? A lot of people doing it?
A lot of people are doing it. I think one of the exciting things about it's just the possibilities of, oh, wow, I don't even have to drive out to my client's home to take a measurement. A lot of people are really excited that, we can actually add the savings back on before we even know the job's going to move forward. But I think it's just a combination of both having the ability to invite your homeowners to do it, but even when they don't, when you're on site, you still get the time savings with RENDR, especially with the integration with Buildxact.
I'm just going to, like a question without notice, guys over here, because I know we were talking, but is that sort of something that you can imagine your homeowners doing, like doing a scan of that? You can't imagine it, but it'd be pretty amazing, right?
One of the surprising things we found is that we thought all of our millennial customers would be the ones that really want to do that. And it's actually our baby boomers that are absolutely in heaven with this, because it's such a great and interesting, it's a very intuitive tool. And they think it is so amazing that they can actually just take their phone and measure the space for us. So we're getting them all across the board, different ages that will capture those spaces. They're very interested and very engaged in the process, like you said.
Yeah, I think it's great for optics. Either way, it's a good presentation, a wow factor for the client as well. And if they're truly vested in the product, I think it's a good way to almost, the client, what I'm trying to say?
It just elevates their experience, and it makes you look so much more professional too.
And so, AJ, I know there's a couple of big things coming out, but one of the beauties of RENDR is that, as you said, it's really simple to measure the room space, but you're actually getting to the stage where you can start moving walls, right? You can.
Yeah, just released that here at the show.
You've released it, right?
Yeah, we released it. So yeah, we obviously we can scan and capture the space and develop that floor plan for you. And again, you can walk through the entire first floor and capture a 1,200 square foot space, a 2,000 square foot space. It maps the entire thing, all your walls. But we know that mobile LiDAR scanning is only going to be as accurate as a mobile phone will get you. We do not want you ordering cabinets off of that scan. If you do, it's on you, not us. But we do know that it's really important for us, especially in kitchens, to get that accuracy down to the 1/8 of an inch, so that if I want to get my best foot forward with my client, have that kitchen design exactly right, mobile scanning, LiDAR scanning is not going to get you exactly right. So we gave you the ability here at the show. We just launched RENDR Flex, which gives our users the ability to customize those measurements. It's really simple and intuitive, where you can just tap a wall and drag it over or enter a dimension to set your walls exactly where they need to be.
One of the things that we had a client sign up really recently, and they were using a LiDAR technology from another software company. And the reason why we integrate with RENDR is because these guys are specialists. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. Like, people are doing LiDAR, and I've seen it a lot, but to have someone integrated that's an actual specialist in that area. And the customer came over and said, the reason why we left this other software company and came to you is because of RENDR integration, because it's millimeter perfect, and you need that, right? Because otherwise you could be blowing margin, you could be like thousands of dollars out. So it's really hard for some companies to do absolutely everything. So what I want to do now, right, is, so you've heard the story of with RENDR and getting the measurements, but then we go, okay, how do we actually then move through into an estimate and then to ordering into Home Depot? So what we've done is we've obviously pulled up one of Brian's real estimates here, and all the measurements have come through. So now we're sitting in this actual costings, turned it into a one job, and we're going to show a live order of how simple it is to order through Home Depot. But before we do that, we've got a $100 gift card for anyone who can say how many stores Home Depot have in the US. So the closest to the pin's going to win. We've got a $100 gift card, 2,200. Pretty close, but I'm not sure. Who else? Who else has got a kind of an idea of how many Home Depot? Sorry? 2,500. 3,000. 9,000. Wow. I mean, that's one every, block corner. Anyone else? 35. 2,200. Wait, someone's already called that out. You're going to have to go up or down from 2,200. 22 something? 2201. Okay. We have it from the official sources. It's 2205. Oh. All right. There you go. But because you got so close. Oh, you cheated. Here. We're going to have here, $100 for over there too. No worries. So I'll make sure I didn't give you the $300 one. No, I didn't. That's good. So I'm going to give Brian a $300 voucher here because he's going to order a couple of materials here. So tell us a bit about this project. You got a laundry. Just tell us a bit about the project.
Yeah. So the project is essentially the clients wanted to move their laundry room from the first floor to the second floor. So there's a lot of plumbing in here, some drywall, some sound insulation, things of that nature. But all this was found through the Home Depot integration to where I went into the estimate screen. And when you're in the estimate screen, if you start typing in, PEX pipe, Schedule 40 PVC, whatever it is, it auto-populates in a drop-down list, and you can select it right then and there. And when you're live linked to the live pricing in your Home Depot stores, everything will come up. And this icon right here, Home Depot National Catalog. So that knows that Buildxact found that through Home Depot, and that's your actual local price at your local store. So you can see everything real time.
And it's also linked to your Pro Extra account, so it's actually your personal pricing too.
Yeah, so that's the Pro Extra account. It's all linked, so that's your pricing and everything of that nature. So one also other cool note to talk about real quick is when you order these materials, any kind of receipt that's generated at the store, you can allocate receipts to jobs after the fact as well, just in case, if you forgot something here, you send somebody to the store, you just scan your HD pass and it automatically shows up in Buildxact to where you can allocate those job costings there.
And that's one of the real strengths of the integration, and really great working with Home Depot on that is because when the receipts come in, you can now start to get accurate actual job tracking costs. So really powerful piece. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead here and just Dustin, if you wouldn't mind, and we're going to do the 10-foot scape the pipe as well. Yep. Okay. So you can just before we do that, you can order directly from an estimate, or you can go straight to your material orders. And the material orders are perfect for if you're on job site, you've forgotten the pack of nails and you want to do a pickup. So we can do pickup and delivery, which is super important, right? Because a lot of you guys would be doing pickups. Okay, so let's just go through here, create material order. Okay, so we've got 2 selected items here, and you'll see how simple this is, right? And so, yep. And it's showing here, because we're connected through to the Home Depot, it's showing what the quantities are. So if you want to pick up, just to be really clear about that, what they are. And then if you go to the next one there, Dustin. All right, so we've got the details here, where the store is set, where it's going to be delivered from, what the discount payment, if there is any there. And we're going to now deliver it here. It gives you an estimated delivery time, which is super powerful. And then we also show that it's free shipping. And Dustin, have you got the delivery information? Okay, so now we're going to put the delivery information in here. And so what Brian's going to get here is a really quick, accurate, and understanding of his materials that are being... Oh. So one of the great things here is the ability to essentially get items delivered to the job site, or items that you want to just pick up there, or depending on where you want to deliver it. It might be a central repository as well. So essentially we're now creating the quote, and in a second you'll see it delivered. But that is just the simple power of how we can deliver from Home Depot. And are you guys still working with Home Depot quite a lot? You're ordering a lot? You're ordering quite a lot with Home Depot? Yeah. I mean, so you can see that how simple it is to kind of get through to this stage. Here's the delivery information, and we're just going to pay and order the material. Go for it, Dustin. And that's as simple as is. And now what it'll be is that Brian can go into his Pro Extra environment, and all the information will be replicated in there. Importantly, as we said, there's also going to be a receipt that gets allocated into Buildxact, and you can essentially see now the the receipts come in and the amount has been deducted off the total. So really accurate tracking.
Yeah, I think that's really good for tracking is also if you send a parts runner to a store and they scan their HD pass, they pay and it's linked to your Pro Extra account, which will still show up in your receipts here. So you can allocate it to job costs as well. And I think one of the really good features is we do a lot of store pickups. We're not doing a bunch of big lumber orders at the moment. So any kind of small parts is all store pickup. So you walk right to the counter, give them the number, scan your pass, and they'll have the order ready there just as if you're going any other normal time.
Yeah, so look, I'll start to take any questions on that, but you can see how simple it was. But does anyone have any questions? Oh, yeah. Do you want to, did you take that over? What's that?
Is it a Home Depot pass that you're referring to, or is it a Pro account?
Yeah, in your Pro account on your phone, at the bottom, there'll be an HT Pass button. When you click that, it'll bring up a QR code that you can scan at the register. And you can also use that to virtually pay. You don't have to have your wallet on you either.
So my Pro account right now is on my credit card. So as soon as I scan it, it goes right, counts to mine. So
Spot
I
on.
would need that pass, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you might have to edit that in your profile to, I think there might be an allowance in there, but I'm not 100% certain at this moment, but that's how I use it.
What would the allowance be for it? Because I can go buy anything based on the credit.
Yeah, so if you've got your credit card set in your Pro account, it will appear here, right? So, and that's how you order, just like you would when you go into store.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions here? So essentially what we're saying is going from measuring on a room when you don't have any plans and you want to just turn up, or your clients do that as well, all the way through to ordering to Home Depot. It's a super seamless process that's all captured within Buildxact. And thanks for our integration with RENDR. So really appreciate your time. Thanks, everyone.